Okay, so if Ms. Augustine, Ms. Lindquist want to join Dr. Freitas, we can now address, probably in order, Kylie, the curriculum proposals, because that's the easiest, then class rank, which is more Ms. Augustine and Dr. Freitas, and then we could save the third discussion, which is graduation requirements.
So, Dr. Skinkis, the curriculum proposals seem to be the lightest, and there's a vote. Is there a vote on that? Official vote?
Is today the first read of these?
Second.
The first time we're discussing them,
At the
correct?
board, this is the first time we're discussing it.
Because I was going to say, we could probably get that.
That's why I tell them to do that first, we can get that off the chart. So Kylie, if you just want to quickly go through the curriculum proposals.
Dr. Freitas wanted to highlight the first thing on my report, so I'll let him go ahead and then I'll pick up.
I did. So we're proposing a new course for the 2021, 2022 curriculum guide. Everyone here today has a computer. Everybody here today has a smartphone or some sort of phone. Computer science has become part of our life, has become an extension of our character and our personality to some degree. So I'm really proud to propose AP Computer Science Discoveries. Currently, we have 2 year-long courses, AP Computer Science Principles and AP Computer Science A. We don't have that semester course, that introductory course that could spark that curiosity. You know, that student may be, I want to learn about computers, I want to learn about cybersecurity, programming, the benefits and the pitfalls, but, you know, AP may seem a little too far away. What can I do now? What can I do in half a semester that could get me interested and prepared for ultimate success in AP Computer Science A or AP Computer Science Principle? And that's where Computer Science Discoveries comes in. It'll be a half an elective credit. Students need to have taken Algebra 1 previously because they need to know math to support this. This is a 1 semester course, elective, regular, non-AP class, open to any sophomore, junior, or senior. Freshmen are not required to take the reading, and at least one Algebra 1 could qualify for this class. So guys, I really hope that we do move forward with Computer Science Discovery, because it'll be a benefit and it'll be added value to RB. Kylie, I know there's a lot of details. I don't know if I'm missing anything out on the proposed new course, but if there's anything that I left out, please add.
Nope, that covers it.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, next one, change.
So then the proposed changes in my report are, the first would be changing our current Western Civilizations course at the freshman level to a world history course. Western Civ is the freshman social studies requirement, and for years it has focused obviously on Western civilizations, and we have had a unique opportunity through Aaron Cunningham and the history department to work with Big History, which is out of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, to pilot new curriculum in world history. A lot of schools are changing to a world history curriculum, sometimes at the sophomore level, sometimes at the freshman where it hits. It's more culturally relevant for our students. It gives our students an opportunity to explore more of the world than what they have already learned in, frankly, most of their schooling up until this point. And so the pilot has gone so successfully that we want to move forward with adopting world history as that freshman level class. I have had the opportunity to watch students learn in the Big History pilot last year when we were in person learning. And I can tell you that the infusion of literacy and primary sources and the exploration of history that they're doing in that class with the students is really remarkable, and it gives students a well-rounded experience that Western civilization simply doesn't offer. So we are asking that we are able to make that change. There was one question about the contributions of the LGBTQ community, and I'm assuming that's in reference to the inclusive curriculum law, which is HB 246. When you read the inclusive curriculum law, it does mention that students, by the time they're finished with 8th grade, should have some exposure to the contributions, the significant contributions of the LGBTQ community, both in their state and in the United States history. And it actually applies to a textbook grant, saying that schools K through 8 that are going to get textbooks have to purchase them through the grant with a highlighting of the members of the community who have had significant contributions. So this course does not apply to that. This is a world history course, so the places where you would see our teachers, even though it's not necessarily required at the high school level, that this does happen, where you would see our teachers highlighting the contributions of significant members of the LGBTQ community in the United States would be in that United States history class that we have at the junior level. Other changes that are included in your packet would be a change in English offerings at the senior level. We currently have AP at the senior level, of course, in English, but we also have an honors Shakespeare seminar course. Now, when I was in high school, I would have loved to take a year-long Shakespeare course, but that's why I ended up an English nerd and became an English teacher. The typical high school student is not jazzed about learning Shakespeare for an entire year. The typical adult learner would not be jazzed about that either. I can see Ramona shaking her head. And this has traditionally been the only path that a senior student could get an honors offering at the senior level if they didn't go into AP. And so we felt as though we were missing some of our tweener students that need an honors level offering, maybe aren't ready for the AP. And since they didn't want to take honors Shakespeare, they were dropping down to a class that maybe didn't necessarily fit their goals after they were leaving RB. So we're looking to make honors Shakespeare seminar not the only honors offering at the senior level. We're looking to make it an elective. If a student really wants to learn about Shakespeare, great, we can do that in a semester. We can have a very concentrated study on that. But it doesn't have to be their senior level honors option only. So that is why on the next page, we're proposing to make the world literature, which has traditionally been sort of the regular level senior option, the honors option. It's a curriculum that opens itself to more rigorous study if it bears that honors weight with it. And that would then become the honors offering at the senior level. So students who weren't opting into AP English for their senior year would go into honors world literature, have a more survey type course of a wide variety of literature, multicultural literature, not studying for an entire year one dead white guy that's, may or may not have been intended to, may not actually, have been intended to sit in a classroom and read when his play scripts were written. So at the honors level, we feel like this is a much more beneficial track for our students, and we feel like it more is going to prepare our students who maybe, again, aren't going up to the AP route, but who are entering a four-year college, a competitive four-year college, and it's really gonna make them a more diversified student. So those would be the changes that we're proposing in addition to what Dr. Freitas highlighted.
Kylie, I sent the questions to you and Dr. Freitas. I think you addressed all of them. Any other questions from the board on curriculum changes?
Can I speak, please? Dr. Freitas, I think you should make the computer science course available for freshmen, because then if they want to, they can go straight into AP sophomore year. I think freshman year is a good place where you'll have room for encore classes. Like, I took encore classes freshman year, and then all the other years I did AP classes instead. But freshman year, you're not even allowed to take any AP. So I think if you're gonna be introduced to computer science, freshman year is the best year to do it. And the math that you do in computer science really isn't that difficult.
I just reiterate, so freshmen who are not required to take reading and are in at least an Algebra 1 could also qualify for this class.
Oh, okay.
So there's an opportunity. Okay?
I would also like to say, so I'm in honors Shakespeare right now. I would have rather had that other option that Ms. Lindquist is talking about. It's interesting. Mr. Fuller is going to teach us, because there's a lot of words in there that I don't understand right now, but we'll learn it. I'll get through it.
Yes.
However, I do think that having that option is good. And when Mr. Fuller asked, most students would have thought of it as an elective, or they did it because they didn't want to take the AP class.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you need help, Michael, come see me. We can Zoom. I'll work through Shakespeare with you anytime.
Okay.
I love it. I know, I'm a nerd.
So, Board of Education, you could have another week to choose. These were on, curriculum proposals were in last month's packet. I'm sure you had time to review those. We can leave this on and either vote on it at the September COW meeting, or if there's no additional questions, this will be one thing that we can get off of our agenda and take action tonight. What is the pleasure of the board?
Yeah, do we have any objections to voting on it this week? I don't see any objections, so yeah. Do we have a motion for it?
Sure. The Board of Education, Township High School, District 208, Cook County, Illinois, approves the curriculum guide changes as presented in the September 8th, 2020 Board Agenda Packet.
And I believe you can do an all in favor on
Is
this.
there a second?
Second, Mr. Jacobs.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, the ayes have it.
Okay, thank you, Kylie. Thank you, Dr. Freitas, on that.